did you like about tonight's effort, and is that something that you want to take on the road with you guys as you finish out the preseason?
Yeah, I didn't like the first period. What I liked was how we came out in the second and third period. So I didn't think we played our game at all in the first period, but you saw kind of a refocus and come out and play how we wanted to play, and I thought when we did that, we were pretty effective.
Special teams on both sides got a lot of looks tonight. Just anything that you're seeing. Let's start first with the PK there that you liked from your team.
Yeah, I thought we did a lot of things well. Our hockey talk, our stand. So when they're trying to attack us at our blue line, we were better there. We put more pressure. And then in zone, we really pressured well. I really liked the PK tonight. Probably our best night of the 4 for the penalty kill. So, it takes a little time. It's a little different, a little more aggressive. So it'll take time, but we're seeing some good strides there.
And then the power play as well, sorry. Just different players getting different looks that we might not be able to see in the regular season. A player like Studnicka as well. Just what were you seeing in terms of what you had placed out there for the power play?
Yeah, no, they did a good job. I mean, Studnicka's a right shot, so you shoot right around here, you get a chance to play some pretty good minutes. But they did a good job. I mean, Kevin had it a couple times. What I did like was we released it really well. So meaning the times they pressured us in the corner, you saw us pop it in the middle up to the top. So we did a good job there. Got one, I guess, but just overall had some pretty good puck control.
This was our first look at Jordan Spence on the top line with Mikey Anderson. What do you think about his performance?
I thought those two played really well together. Yeah, I really, it's not just me. We were talking in the coach's office. Just we're really happy with that pair tonight. I thought Jordan was a little bit more controlled. Sometimes he can get himself wandering all over the place. I thought he was just a little bit more controlled tonight. And Mikey's best game. They were good. I thought they looked really good.
Jim McKeel said that he didn't know that he was going to be playing with Phil until he got here tonight and saw his name on the board, and you had recently told him, get going. Was that the reason?
Oh, did he say that? Yeah. Good. Well, he got going, didn't he? I guess it's that simple, right? You just say get going and it just happens. Morsey was scheduled to play, didn't, and so Akil wasn't going to play. Akil was going to play. He just wasn't going to play with Phil. But that's a good opportunity for him, right, to play with Phil and Gino. And so what do you do with your opportunity? And he took it and ran with it. Tonight was his best game. He looked more like he did when he played for us in the stretch run last year than he has at any other time since the training camp started.
Jim, saying that, how much does a night like tonight for Akil, or say even a camp for Turk, do in terms of both of them locking down spots, or at least moving toward locking
Right,
down spots?
yeah, because nobody's locked anything down. Well, you want to play well and impress the coach, and I thought Akil had a slow camp up until tonight, and so he gets a chip or a tick by his name tonight with that performance. But I've said this a few times. The challenge is you got to do it again. Somebody said, "What do they have to do better?" They're not doing anything better than that, but to do that again is very difficult, and so that's the challenge that each player has to make is consistency. When you're not one of the top power play or penalty kill, or you got to do a job and you got to do it consistently.
You talked the other day about kind of getting a sense on the guys that can play on that right side with Dewey out. So Mo on the right side today, was that a sense of maybe getting a feel for a lefty on that side, or was it just giving the right-handed guys a night off?
No, I think the game before Jonesy played on the right side as a lefty. Both those players have played right defense before, so. There's a spot there. So those guys, if you ask them, they'd probably say, I'd rather play right now because they look for the opportunity. So, yeah, we wanted to get him back over there and see what that looked like.
Did you notice Mo worked on his shot? He told us that he had a muffin that he was trying to improve. And so anything that you noticed in terms of his shot tonight?
Anybody see that thing not being a muffin tonight? I don't know. Did he get a shot tonight?
From the blue.
He did get one?
Yeah.
It was close? It was a slap shot in the tip?
Yeah.
The low one, a low shot?
It was on the Janot's goal and it made its way down.
Okay, it made its way there. Okay. Well, that was a good shot. Yeah. I'm not going to go too far with that, but no, if he's worked on it, that was good. I didn't think he had that many. I missed that, so I have to admit. But good for him.
He was shooting the puck a lot though tonight. I know you mentioned it. He had a pretty good night. Are you seeing a little more aggressiveness out of him?
No, I thought the times when we forechecked, we played a lot in the O zone, and our defensemen had the puck a lot. They didn't always get it through, but I thought Gavrikov had a lot of puck touches at the top, and Mikey too. And he hit the post there in the third. That one was not a muffin. That was a hard shot, and I think he had the goalie beat just outside.
Jim, you mentioned Trevor Moore was supposed to play tonight, but didn't. Was that just a coach's decision? Was there anything beyond that why he didn't play?
Yeah, no, we just talked to him, and we know where Morsey fits. And we just wanted to see somebody else. You know, we talked as a staff and said, you know what, let's pull Morsey and get somebody else in there for one night.
Mikey had an A on tonight, I think, for the second time in preseason. Just what do you like about his leadership abilities?
I mean, Mike usually gives you what he has, like everybody else. You have good nights and you can have some off nights, but Mikey's somebody who gives you what you have. He has. I think he's got room to grow as a player. I think he's got room to grow as a leader. But we see, you're always satisfied with Mikey, but Mikey can't be satisfied with Mikey. There's more there, and we expect more from him. And I think, you know, with a letter on his chest, you know, that's a clear indication from the coaching staff and management that we value, but we expect more.
Jim, you mentioned no one's spot is locked down at this point, but going back to last summer, Todd said, output-wise, these games don't really matter for vets like Kopi and Drew because they are pretty much locked down. It matters for the Akils, the Alex Turcottes. How much of those guys help themselves in establishing themselves on your roster? You said Akil had his best game tonight, but just in general.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a hard question because Akil had his best game tonight. But prior to that, there were other players who he's in competition with who had very good games. So, yeah, we're still gonna wait and see. There's not a lot of spots. We know that. We know who you know, some of the veteran players have their spots. But there's still competition there. And I think even when the season gets started, there will be competition to be the 12th forward or the 13th forward or the 14th forward right now. I think there's just, to be on the team, there's some competition. More competition than I thought there would be.
QB 10 for 13 or something like that in the face-off circle tonight. Has it seemed like his transition back to being a centerman has gone kind of as seamlessly as you would hope for?
Yeah, I think I mentioned this. Did I mention this to you guys? I don't know. I talked to a lot of different people, but he played center, right, quite a bit, and I double shifted and played with the 11 forward. So you could see then he was ready to play, and it just wasn't the time for him. Now it is, and yeah, full faith in him. But the faceoffs have surprised me. I would say that. That's been probably something I didn't expect, and he's winning to his forehand a lot on that dot, which is a hard dot to win on. So that, yeah, good for him.
Jim, when you say that the competition has been different than what you expected or better than what you expected, is that a compliment towards a couple players that are maybe pushing, or is it a concern with some players that maybe haven't given you what you wanted?
No, I look at it as the other way. There's been some players in our camp that I just didn't expect would be this good this soon, and a number of them. So, I mean, you look at Parker Jones out there playing tonight. I didn't know anything about Parker Jones. Saw him in the rookie camp, did a great job. Been working through the main camp, hasn't got a lot of exposure. Then he came in tonight, and he played really well. You know, it's exciting stuff when you see these players who you don't see a lot that are close.